Today, I'm going to tell you the story of the Thousand-Year Door. An awfully long time ago, in a strange and far-off land, a big, bustling town thrived. It was a town where all people lived very happy lives, and it was said that the town was very prosperous. But one day, tragedy befell this blessed place. A great cataclysm struck the town and its people. Darkness filled the skies, and the earth roared and shook. It was as if the very world had come to a violent end. And in but a single night, the town sank into the depths of the earth. Many moons rose and set. Stories of the town passed into the pages of fairy tales, and when the town's site no longer held relics of its past, people gathered at that spot and built a new town. But word soon spread among the people who moved in that an ancient city lay deep underground, and that a magnificent treasure rested there. Indeed, this is the tale of the fabled treasure of Rogueport. Yes, this is where it begins, in the sea town of Rogueport, the tale of the quest for the legendary treasure. And the Thousand-Year Door starts here. Finally, I have a minute without Toadsworth watching over me. He's so paranoid. I come all the way here on holiday only to be stuck with Toadsworth. It's so stifling. Once in a while, I'd like the chance to look around on my own and see what I want. But now that I'm doing it, all I see is that this town has a very, distinct flavor. Oh, Missy! Missy! Do you mean me? Yes, you, Missy! Won't you buy something? I have a wide assortment of knickknacks and doodads. Oh, well, Well, that's a pretty box. What's inside it? It is said that this box holds a map that shows where a legendary treasure sleeps. But the box has a magic lock on it that will only open for a pure and noble heart. As you can see, it won't so much as budge as if one such as myself touches it. Oh. I know. If the box will open for you, Missy, then you may have whatever is inside. I'm sure that whatever is in there would be of no use to someone like me. So, Missy, take this box in your hands and see what happens. Alright, what's the harm? I'll try to open it. Welcome to Let's Play Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. This game is, once again, not the game that I had teased at the end of the last Let's Play. That game is another one that I am not going to be able to play with my current technological setup, but this is the first game that I said was going to be like that. I figured it out. I've made some adjustments to many different parts of my recording setup, and I figured out how to make this game run. So let's get started. This is my test file. I used this to make sure everything would be okay and nothing would break. So let's start a new file. Let's see here. Can I get my whole screen name in there? Not quite. Alright, that's good enough. This is such a wonderful game. It's one of my favorite games ever. Not just favorite GameCube games. It's like probably in my top 5 games ever made. Let's see how our story begins. In the Paper Mario RPG series, we do get to see Mario's house. Luigi lives in there too. It's too bad it says Mario on the door. Mail call! This guy will look familiar if you played the first Paper Mario. You don't have to have played that game to appreciate this one. They're not connected at all. Hey bro, check it out! A letter from Princess Peach arrived for you. I am going to read everything. I'm not going to try to do voices. I just can't do that. I'll just read it to you. How's that sound? Now, let's see here. Hello there, Mario. I am now on holiday, traveling in the Mushroom Kingdom. In my travels, I came into possession of a mystical map. A treasure map, actually. It was inside a box I got from an old merchant in a town called Rogueport. But since it would be too difficult for me to try to go find treasure all by myself, I thought you could help me hunt for it. You will, of course, won't you? I've included the map with this letter, so please bring it with you when you come. I'll meet you at Rogueport. That means you must come. Peach. So we begin our adventure on a treasure hunt. What do you know? It's true. There's a weathered old map in here with the letter. Check it out. And that's our world map. We are off to the city of Rogueport in Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. I would say without a doubt, this is the best Paper Mario game. Other people have different opinions, but this is the one, at least for me. Let's just listen to the music for a little bit. Not too long though, we've got an adventure to start. You gotta press A to advance there. If you know anything about the Paper Mario series, you know that the art style is very distinct. Everything is flat, made of paper or other sort of props. Some things are made of cardboard, some things are like made of stickers, stuff like that. This game is no different. The prologue, A Rogue's Welcome. Paper Mario, at least back in like the classic days, is an RPG. Excuse me, sir? Please wake up, sir. The town you've been speaking of has come into view. Look, that's Rogueport. You see? We'll arrive shortly. Please prepare to disembark. Yes, this game is a turn-based RPG, although it's a very easy one. It's meant to be, it's a Mario game. It's meant for kids. If you're looking to get into RPGs, this is not a bad one to start with because it is a wonderful game, and also, like I said, it's very easy. I must apologize, sir. Our arrival was delayed just a bit by rough weather. Are you quite sure you want to disembark here? I did tell you all the sordid tales about Rogueport on our way here, did I not? What's that? I'm sorry? You say there's a princess waiting here for you? Is that so? Of course, sir. Well, if that's what you think, then I won't stop you. But, you better be careful, sir. Don't say I didn't warn you. Yeah, the game has... Oop. I'll address that in a second. The game has some moments of difficulty. Some of the boss battles are kind of challenging, especially if you've never played the game before. But it is generally an easy experience, and therefore it's good for maybe a child... Oh, let's look at that. Hit this block to save all the events you've experienced so far. Even if your game ends, you can continue it from the last point you saved at. Anytime you find a block like this on your adventure, be sure to save. So yeah, if you have maybe a child that you want to try to get into RPGs, or maybe you're just an adult who's never played an RPG before and wants something easy to just taste the mechanics, this could be a good choice. I am going to try to talk to everyone all the time. There's so much dialogue in this game, it changes constantly, and I love it. This game is so well written. Oi, welcome to Rogueport. Bit of a nasty place, eh? You got guts coming here? You look a bit green, so have a wee bit of advice on me. Hit that save block to save. 'Cause the thing about life is, you never know when you're gonna kick the old bucket. Indeed. When you've got text scrolling on the screen, press the A button to quickly finish what's on screen, and press the B button to do it even faster. What you want, pal, huh? A princess in a pink dress? If you press A, it'll scroll and everything will type out like this. If you press B, it'll just have everything appear on the next bubble. I ain't seen nothing like that, no. I'd remember a princess, probably. Why do you want this chick anyway, pal? Owe you money? Or is she your girlfriend? Some people here are maybe a little rough around the edges. Hey, what do you want? Get away from me, freak! Oh, come off it, you airhead. I know it's tough for you, but don't play dumb with me. I've seen you walking around town asking for information about the crystal stars. Well, now I'm doing the asking, so be a good girl and tell us what you know. Right now! Never, and I don't have anything to say to you creeps. Ew! I suppose it wouldn't be right if a sassy little ass like you met with an untimely demise. Buh. Boys, we're taking this firebrand to our fortress. As you command, Lord Crump. We're on it. No! Stop right there, you weirdos! I'll scream, really! Uh-oh. Oh, that doesn't change. Looks like somebody's in trouble, so of course we're going to just talk to everybody first. Huff, woof, huff, huff, huff. Out of the way, you scallywag. Move your ever-loving bones. Blimey, a fight? Corkin. Heh, ain't nothing so fun as watching some poor bloke have it out with his missus, eh? Am I right, mate? Sure. Yikes, looks like trouble over there. Probably best not to get involved, huh? I wouldn't meddle with other people's problems in this town, even if I had an extra life. Well, we're going to meddle in other people's problems. Like I go anywhere with smelly lunatics like you? Not likely. What? What you think you're doing, chump? You think you can screw up my plans? Gah, it's always something. Looks like I'm going to have to give you a little taste of the old Crumpa-Bomb. And here we have combat. Combat is fun, it's interactive. Can't flee this fight. You can't really flee any boss fights. That's not entirely true. You'll see the exceptions later. Battle time, Mr. Man. Just find a way to beat this freak of the week, okay? Don't sweat the details. Just jump on him and hit him with your hammer. Little bit of a carryover from the first game. You do have your hammer. You also have your action commands intact, so if you already know them, you can use them in this battle. But if this is your first Paper Mario game and you don't know the action commands, that's fine. This fight is practically scripted. So let's start by jumping. Press A just before stomping on an enemy. Alright, and what I just did there was a stylish command. I'll explain those in a little bit. Sweet, you know that hurt. Wow, I gotta say, you're tougher than you look. Keep it up and you'll beat him in no time. You can also guard if you time pressing the A button correctly. You can also super guard if you press B correctly. The timing window is shorter for that. I will be super guarding some enemies, but not a lot of them. I'm not, like, the best at it. And you don't really need to super guard to be able to beat the game. So that was the jump. Let's take a look at the hammer. Hold the stick left and release it when star lights up. Hammer, I find, tends to be an easier command because there's really not much of an element of timing. You've got him on the ropes. Come on, keep wailing on him. Like I said, this battle is practically scripted. You can miss every offensive and defensive action command and still win. I like jumping better than hammering just because the animation is faster. You did it! You did it! Yes! And you got star points! Yeah, I bet you know, but you get these things called star points when you win battles. When you get 100 points, you'll go up a level. Don't forget that, okay? Star points are your experience points. You get them at the end of every battle. Unlike Paper Mario 1, you get them at the end of every battle, even if the enemies are too weak. Buh. Okay, you got a couple decent shots in, I'll give you that. But unfortunately for you, that means it's go time! This was them showing off. The fact that the GameCube could render this many sprites was actually a very big deal. Punish him! Like I said, this was very impressive at the time. Quick, this way! Phew, what a bunch of loons. Let's just sneak out of here, what do you say? And since they're so busy showing off, they are not paying attention. At all. Aw, you can't talk to Lord Crump, I hoped you could. Well, bye guys, it's been fun. Nice boss battle. Huh? Stop! Where'd they go? Huh? You, Johnson, did you see them? Did anyone? Crud, they bolted. I wonder if we'll be seeing him again later. Wow, mister, you totally saved me, thanks. I have just got to give you a little reward. You'd kiss someone you just met? My name's Goombella. I'm a student at the University of Goom. Nice to meet ya. So, who are you? Mario? Wait, you mean like that famous guy? Wow, I can't believe I met you here. Cool. Anyway, no offense, but it looks like you just rolled into town yourself, right? Me, I already hate it here. There are freaks and weirdos everywhere. It's nasty. I mean, I know the place is called Rogueport, so I should have expected it, but sheesh. I'd never come to a place like this if there weren't some legendary treasure here. Oh, something's happening in the background. I will be reading the stuff that pops up back there. That happens a few times during the game. What? You're looking for the legendary treasure too? Seriously? Whoa, 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 Bucko. What you got there? Oh my gosh. Isn't that a treasure map? You have to tell me where you got that. Princess Peach, what? Great hoogly boogly, if it isn't Master Mario. I'm gonna read the stuff in the background first. Oof! Stay down, bro. The boss sends his greetings. How's that road taste, punk? Are you okay? That hurt. Those jerks. We won't forget this. Seems like there might be some sort of problem with gang violence in this town. Bit of a coincidence bumping into one another in this sort of place, Ho ho. So tell me, Master Mario, what in the world brings you to this wretched little burg? Ah, indeed. Princess Peach sent you a letter and a treasure map? Do we ever actually find out what Peach was doing here to begin with? I don't think we do. And she told you she'd meet you here in Rogueport. Intriguing. You're asking me where Princess Peach is? I was about to ask you that. We stopped in this town to... Oh, there we go. We stopped in this town to acquire a spot of fuel for our ship, don't you know? I only took my eye off her for a moment, but as soon as I did, she vanished. You know how headstrong she is, Mario. I just assumed she'd be back momentarily. But at this point, I fear we must embrace the possibility that she may never return. I've been at a loss as to what to do. I've been fraught with worry, I tell you. But I'm feeling better with you here, Master Mario. Surely we'll find her, surely. But I know my place, Master Mario, and this is not it. I leave this task to you. I believe I'll recline in the inn right over there and enjoy a spot of tea, perhaps. In fact, I highly recommend it, particularly if you find your HP, heart points, running low. Just drop on in, ho-ho. Yes, anyway, a little rest there will fill all of your HP. I must say, though, the rest of this town is a bit rough. Yes, rough indeed. Huff, I say. Huff, I say. Princess Peach? Did he mean, like, Peach, the Mushroom Kingdom princess? The princess who always gets nabbed by Bowser, the Koopa King? The one you rescue? Wait a sec, this is crazy. Princess Peach sent you that treasure map? Whoa, this is really intense. Well, where could she have gone then, do you think? You think maybe she got sick of waiting and went to find the treasure on her own? Ooh, I know, Mario. Come with me. One of my professors is here researching that treasure. We'll show him your map. If we start looking for the treasure, then maybe we'll catch up to Princess Peach. Great, we're all good then. Let's go, Mario. Goombella joined your party. Goombella, honestly, one of the best party members you will get for the entire game. Goombella's abilities, a primer. Press X to get information about nearby people, places, and objects. This is Rogueport Plaza. It's the center of town and the main business district. It's a crossroads where many people meet, including more than a few shady characters. Anytime you press X when there's no one around, I'll tell you about where we are. That's Goompher the Goomba. He's always complaining about being swindled or mugged. If you press X when there's somebody nearby, I'll tell you about him or her. So, did you get all that? Goombella can give you hints when she answers, so ask her for information often. And of course, Goombella can be quite helpful in battle too. She jumps in the air to attack enemies with a nasty head bonk. She can also look up enemy HP and weaknesses with her tattle ability. And she is quite cute. I am going to be showing off all of her tattle lines. That means area, enemies, objects. She can actually tattle objects in the field, and also characters. First off, we gotta go find my professor. The thing is, since I just got to town myself, I don't actually know where he lives. So keep an eye out. Here's what Professor Frankly looks like. So let's start off by tattling right where we're standing. Actually, let me explain the UI first. Up in the left-hand corner of the screen, you can see Mario and Goombella with a heart next to them. That's their HP, it's their health. If they get down to 0 HP, they die. Their flower, in the middle with the flower, those are flower points. That's basically your mana. You use it to use special abilities, or to do special attacks, basically. On the right, you can see your star points. That's your MP, not your MP, your XP. It's your experience. Too many RPG terms. And then, of course, you've got coins, currency. You spend it to do stuff and buy stuff. This is Rogueport's main square. It's sort of the central shopping area, I guess. There are lots of regular working folks around here, but they're also ne'er-do-wells. If you venture into the back alleys, be ready to deal with some nasty sorts. If you don't want a slow-paced Let's Play, this one might not be for you. My goal is to, like I said, show off everything. Absolutely everything. Every secret, every little piece of dialogue, and whenever I get the chance, I'm going to be doing that. So, that's what you're getting yourselves into here, just so you know. This is Rogueport Harbor. Ships come here from all over the world. Everybody's always working their tails off down here. No wonder it's totally sweaty. Sometimes this area is all stacked high with cargo from all the ships. The water smells pretty rank, but that's like the magic of a port town, you know? Do you say anything different? Not that you care, but I gave up all my live streams. Now I just stare at the sea. I walk around, alone. I wait for a ship that never returns. Life stinks, you know that? Remember this guy for later. He might be important. By the sound of it, something bad happened to this sailor, and now he hates the sea. Sounds so sad. I wonder what he thinks about when he looks out at the ocean. Ooh, yeah, we got ships from all over the bloomin' world coming in and out of here. Well, we're, what do you call them? Longshoremen, like. We load and unload cargo all day. That's Bomberto, a bob-omb sailor. He's smart, but he's small, but he's a super hard worker. He doesn't just sail either. He loads and unloads stuff too. Look at those muscles. So everybody has their own personality. Like I said, this is a very well-written game. Hey, in case you don't know, the plaza's through the gate at the top of the stairs. There are shops and inns and stuff there. You ought to take a good look around. That's a Toad sailor who works here at Rogueport Harbor. I hear he loves his family so much that it's hard for him to go on long voyages. Everybody gets new dialogue at the beginning of a new chapter, but their tattle never changes, so I'm only going to have to tattle them once. Who, me? Well, I'm a bit down. My older brother left port just the other day. I wonder how he's doing now. I just hope he comes back in one piece. Remember this guy, too. He might come back later. That's a Toad sailor. He seems pretty freaked out to be a sailor, but hey. I always hear him worrying about his brother, so maybe that's why he's so tweaked. You know, speaking of which, you don't exactly worry about Luigi much, do you? Listen, mate, you'll run into all sorts of trouble if you don't keep your eyes peeled. This is Rogueport, after all. The town's rotten with crooks, thieves, and hooligans. He's not wrong. That's a bob-omb sailor. He does basic harbor work, like loading and unloading. He's kind of gruff, but he seems to have decent advice. Pretty okay guy all around. I think this guy's the same. Yeah. Oh, no, it's not the same. Out of the way, you dirty dog. Move yourself. That's Papatch, the bob-omb. He's a real salty sailor type. Totally active guy, huh? Yeah, he looks pretty burly, too. Gotta love strong go-getters, huh? This will be important later, this little thing. All throughout the game, you're going to see things that can clearly be interacted with, but you don't have the tools to deal with yet. It's actually part of what I love about the game. Everywhere, there's always going to be something that's going to tell you, ooh, you should come back later. I'm going to be saving frequently, because to be quite frank, and I'm only going to address this once, my computer doesn't like this game. My recording software doesn't like this game. This game is very hard to record with the equipment that I currently have. You are going to see some error messages sometimes. Don't worry, it's going to be fine. I'll dismiss them. They're not going to mean anything. There's going to be a little bit of, like, graphical glitches sometimes. There'll be a few points where there's going to be some, like, real graphical problems. I'll talk about those when I get there. I'll do my best to try to compensate for them. It's the best I can do with the technology I have. I love this game a lot, and I didn't want to wait until potentially I have the means to get more software, a stronger laptop, more equipment, stuff like that. I wanted to do the game, and I'd like to think that a lot of people are here for my personality anyway, so hopefully we can make this work. Alright, we're not going to address the glitches much after this. I don't want to draw too much attention to him. You look like you don't know nothing, so I'll teach you something. How about that? If you press Z, you can check your current HP. I can't believe you didn't know that. If you have low HP, you ought to go rest in an inn so you can recover. Use your head. Yep, if you press Z, you pull up this stuff. That guy's a local Goomba. He'll give you advice and stuff, so he's okay. His tips totally might come in handy, so you ought to talk to him as often as possible. This, I believe, is Gunther. We don't need to tattle him. We already did. I'm looking for this guy who defrauded me with a fake credit card the other day. If you find that jerk, give him a wallet for me. We might be doing that later. Professor Frankly? Actually, I think a guy by that name lives over on the east side. Just go east from here. As you enter town from the harbor, just hang a right. So, what about him? Did this guy steal something important from you, or what? That's a lazy Dugan. He hunts shady jobs that he expects to pay well. I bet he's never done an honest day's work in his life. What a piece of work. I'm pretty sure Dugans are a new species to Thousand Year Door. Speaking of new species, that over there is a nomadi mouse, or a mouser. Not new, but was definitely implemented more in the Paper Mario series. You smell that? This smells like a profitable situation. Yes, indeedy. Looks like my star is finally starting to shine. Not that it's any of your business. That guy's Mousemillion. He sniffs out propositions that might make him loot. With his nose for opportunity, he could really do well in this straight business world. But I guess no one in Rogueport is really cut out for the suit and tie life. This is the bulletin board. It changes every chapter. Turf war between the Pianta Syndicate and the Robos heating up. Apparently. Best stay indoors. I think that's what we saw before. You can also check the back. Graffiti corner. I just saw the most beautiful, elegant princess in Rogueport. I think I'm smitten. Podley's best customer. Yep, that'll also change every chapter. This is important. Do this as soon as you can. Freeze! You two, not another step. Don't come this way. Some complete jerk just bumped into me and made me lose a contact lens. I'm looking for it right now, so don't you dare move. You hear me? Whatever you do, do not move an inch. Not an inch, you hear? Well, but we have to move, and it doesn't matter what you do, you can move forward, backwards, or just jump. Squitch. Ah! Idiot, you stepped on it! My poor contact lens. I told you not to move! Don't your stupid ears work? What were you thinking? This is your fault. Now I have to buy a new contact lens, but you're gonna pay for it. Compensate me, Mr. Clumsy. Mario, this is your fault. Fine, if that's your plan, then here's mine, you oaf. I'm gonna block the gate to the west side until you bring me a new contact lens. And that is exactly what she will do. You cannot go here yet. No, look, I'm not letting you into the west part of town until you buy me a new lens. Sorry, but end of story. I can't cook anything without my contact lenses in. Ah, my rage is so hot right now I could cook you with it. She has every right to be upset there. This is our fault. That's Zesty, a super skilled Toad chef. With the right ingredients, she can make anything. She's like a kitchen magician. I'm like a total klutz in the kitchen, so I really respect a chef's touch. We will be seeing lots of her later. No, I thought maybe we could interact with that. That's okay. Here's the item shop. It's, you know, a shop. You have money, you start with 100 coins, you can buy this stuff. Well, I guess I can explain this now. Mushroom, a feel-good mushroom, replenishes 5 HP. Honey syrup, a sweet snack, restores 5 FP. Tasty tonic, a tasty medicine, cures poison and other status ailments. I don't tend to use these. Fire flower, attacks all enemies with fireballs and burns them. It does 3 damage to all enemies, unless the enemy is immune to fire, which does happen sometimes. Sleepy sheep, temporarily puts all enemies to sleep, immobilizing them. If it works, it's not the most accurate. Fright mask, summons a scary spirit to chase some enemies away. Can get all of the enemies, can get none of the enemies. It's a bit RNG dependent. Also, I don't think you get experience for scaring enemies away. Hey there, fella. Welcome. Is this your first time in our shop? I think it is. I always like to explain our shop point system to new customers, so bear with me. Customers receive 1 shop point for each purchase they make. You with me so far? Save up enough points and you can get prizes, including some rare items. You'll find a list of prizes posted in any shop, so be sure to check it out. It's a pretty simple promotion, wouldn't you say, fella? Need me to explain it again? No, we got it. Well, take your time and enjoy your shopping, fella. And here's the list here. 10 points gets you a mushroom, 20 points gets you an ice storm, 30 for a super shroom, 50 for a thunder rage, 70 for a shooting star, 100 points for a gold bar, 150 for a life shroom, 200 for an ultra shroom, 250 for a jam and jelly, and 300 for 3 gold bars. This is not necessarily worth it. You can get rare items that are typically very expensive, but to be quite frank, the game is going to throw those items at you at the end of the game. So if you're trying to like collect everything, get all the cooking recipes and stuff, this isn't super necessary. I probably will show it off just for the sake of showing off, but if you're playing the game, it's really not that important. That's Plenty, the manager of the Toad Bros Bazaar. He originally opened the store with his brother, Thrifty. Those two guys, I can never tell them apart, you know? They're totally identical. All of the Toads have a single-syllable word and then T for their name. That's been the same since the first Paper Mario, and I really like that naming scheme. But anyway, we've been going for quite a while, and this game's going to be pretty long, so I think we're going to end it there. Thank you very much for watching the first episode of this brand new Let's Play, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next episode and along for the whole ride. Bye-bye!